Whichever Floyd Mayweather is in front of me, I'll deal with him. And as I mentioned on this show before, the Brian Kenny Show on ESPN Radio, Floyd was especially gracious in his post-fight demeanor to all, and to me included. And I was touched by his kindness. He was very good. He wanted to, get past a lot of our acrimony. The last two conversations we had, they had some real hostility in there. I know a lot of people out there, and I've seen what people write, in different spots on the internet, say, no, they're boys, they're just playing around. We do have playful sparring back and forth, he clearly likes to spar in all aspects of his life, and I like to go at it verbally with him. But the last two, were less than friendly. So when I saw him out in Las Vegas, and I could only get there day of the fight, saw him post-fight, he was good enough to come up, sit down for a one-on-one interview. And I basically, I told him the way it was. I said he wasn't number one pound for pound before, but now he was. I thought that was the best performance of his career, and he couldn't have been more gracious. He was great. I wanted to talk to him today just to get his thoughts on a bunch of things during the fight, after the fight, pay-per-view and everything else, and the future. Tried to get something at him on Manny Pacquiao. At any rate, here we go. My conversation after, I think, the best win of his career against Juan Manuel Marquez. They're going to replay it on HBO this weekend, and he was just great. He looked like an all-time great in the ring. He really did. He's 40-0. My conversation now with Floyd Mayweather. And we're now joined from Las Vegas by a triumphant Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, congratulations. Brian Kenny here. How are you?
Thank you. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Back at home, just watching football.
All right. Did you watch your own fight?
No. I watched a little bit at my mom's house. I guess, my mom, she TiVoed the fight, and I watched a little bit.
What'd you think?
I could be better.
Yeah, like how?
Yeah, well, a little bit more combinations, but I've been off for a while, so but I just want to get back into the gym, go back to training, and continue to work with my dad, continue to work with Roger.
Do you feel that you got to another level?
Well, he was tough. I was looking for the knockout. I really wanted the knockout. I was pressing the knockout, but a guy with 50 or more wins, he's one hell of a fighter.
Oh, no, he's never been involved in a fight where even his losses were controversial, and he didn't win a minute of any round in your fight. Did you go in thinking this guy's not going to be able to hit me, or what did you think going in after 21 months off?
I went in just saying I just want to be pleasing. I want to, go back and please the fans and just display my artwork and display my talent. Marquez is one tough customer. He's tough as hell, tough as nails, actually. And I went out there, just displayed my skills, was sharp, smart, intelligent, and just adjusted and adapted once I got in that square circle.
I know you say you don't rate your performances, but come on, where does it rate? Come on, give something to the fans. Where do you think it slots?
It was a good performance, but like I said before, I'm my own worst critic, so I can always get better.
But you weren't getting hit. Did you go back to the corner at all, Floyd, and think, the connect rate for Marquez was nothing. So were you even thinking, I'm not even getting hit? Because even Hatton got to you a little bit. Oscar was able to find you early in the fight. Zab Judah was able to find you. This guy couldn't touch you. Did you even think, I'm not getting touched here?
Well, all are good fighters. Marquez is a good fighter also, but, styles make fights. And I think that, our styles, I guess it was the styles. That made the fight happen like that. Styles make fights. But I don't want to take nothing away from Marquez. He still is Mexico's numero uno, but I was just the best man that night.
Hey, during your post-fight interview, Floyd, Shane Mosley was put right in front of you during the interview.
Yes.
Turned into a little dust-up. What happened there?
Shane Mosley is a good fighter. I take nothing away from Shane Mosley. I just said, the same way I respect you, I just want the same respect, And when it's your night and you're a winner, and, I sit back and I'm proud of what you do. You know what I'm saying? If we meet down in the future, then we do. We try to make the fight happen in 1999 with Shane Mosley. They didn't want to fight. Then we tried to make the fight happen, I think, in 2005 or 2006. They didn't want to make it happen. Now that he's 37 or 38 and his career's a little bit, is almost over, and he is world champion. I don't take that away from him. He is world champion, but, and I guess he come into the ring trying to be disrespectful. And I just said, disrespect me. It's my night. I've been off for a while, and I'm back in the sport. I'm just trying to make a little bit of noise. And just be the same Floyd Mayweather. That's basically it. I just told him, I just want the same way I respect you, that's the same way I want you to respect me. That's it. That's all I was asking for.
After that happened then, Floyd, does that help Shane's chances of getting a fight with you or hurt them?
Well, I really don't know. Like I said before, I really don't know. After being off 2 years and going out there fighting, just being sharp and being smart. After I said, let me talk it over with my team and see what my team come up with and see what's the best scenario for Floyd Mayweather.
Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto in November. What happens there?
I really don't know. I know Manny Pacquiao he's made some noise lately in the sport of boxing, but Miguel Cotto, he's a force to be reckoned with. So when you bring the two together, you're gonna get an exciting fight. I don't know who to lean towards, but if I had to lean towards a fight, I would have to say Manny Pacquiao. As far as when it comes to but both of them are big punchers, so both are good fighters. I can't really say. This is a toss-up fight.
What challenges does Pacquiao present? You've watched him enough, Floyd.
Well, you have to ask Marquez that question because Marquez been in with both. He's been in the ring with both. He's been in the ring with Pacquiao, and he's been in the ring with me. With me, I'm more of a clever, slick, smart, intelligent boxer. Pacquiao is more of a straight ahead, throw a lot of punches, but don't look to receive. He don't look to receive no punches on the receiving end. So he dish it out, but he just put his hands up when shots is coming back. So, but Pacquiao's a good fighter. I take nothing away from him.
He's got a strange rhythm, though. Could you figure that out?
Well, like I said, I can adjust and I can adapt to any style once I get in that square circle. I don't watch no tapes. I just take my time, just be smart. The difference between me and any other fighters, I'm not just gonna let fighters just hit me with any shots. I can see everything coming.
Are you really going to trim back the lifestyle, Floyd? You look subdued. Yes. You look even subdued today. What's going on?
Well, I just want to change my life. Just more laid back. I'm saying? I'm a lot older now, a lot more mature, lot smarter. So I sold everything. I sold all my cars. I'm down to just I bought myself just one Rolls Royce.
You're down to your last Rolls.
No, I bought a new Rolls Royce. Just one Rolls Royce. Okay. I sold everything. I just bought me a new Rolls Royce and just one Cadillac truck. That's enough for me.
All right. So you still got a Cadillac truck, but you're down to your last Rolls. Boy,
well, my Rolls Royce. You realize my Cadillac truck. I got to go to the boxing gym.
Right.
It takes me to the boxing gym every day.
You can't keep it real in the Rolls going to the gym.
Well, I got a lot of bags. I got like 4 or 5 duffel bags I got to take to the boxing gym.
I want to see you in a minivan. Then we'll know you've arrived. I've just wondered, what do you want to do now? Since you look so sharp, what's the timetable? You must think, at least you want to get right back into the gym, you said. When do you want to get back into the ring in a real fight?
I really don't know. Like I said before, we take one day at a time and just see. It hasn't even been a week yet. So, we give it time, and I talk it over with, like I said, talk it over with Al, talk it over with Leonard, and see what's the scenario. Whatever the best scenario is for Floyd Mayweather, that's what we'll go with.
How about outside of the ring? You did Dancing with the Stars, you've been in WWE. Give us something else. What are you going to do?
I'm going back to WWE real soon. As you can see, Triple H walking me to the ring, and it's just, like I said before, I'm truly blessed just to be where I'm at, and Reebok is unbelievable. Reebok is unbelievable. Right now, we leading the pack, baby. Reebok is leading the pack.
This is great, Floyd. Look, it's great talking with you. We're not going to get on YouTube this way, though. Can you insult me? Say something to me? At least give him something to chew on?
I told you, my mother told me I don't have to do all that. She said, go out there and just be you. And like I said, I had a long talk on my break. I just had a long talk with Al, long talk with Leonard, long talk with my mother. And I know what I present. I know what I bring to the table. So I don't have to do all that. I don't have to down talk another fight. I don't have to down talk a commentator. Everything that I've said in the past. You say certain things, but sometimes sometimes you say things that you really don't mean at that particular time when you say it. You're saying it, but you're not thinking before you're speaking.
Look, I was just kidding about you and me, but the week before the fight, you said a bunch of things about, Emanuel Stewart, Larry Merchant, and that was, where did that come from then? That was only last week.
I apologize to all, what I'm saying? Whoever I said something disrespectful to, Emanuel Stewart, Larry Merchant, Jim Lampley, I apologize. I take my hat off to HBO. That's my family, that's my home. So I really apologize to all three.
All right, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, you were magnificent this weekend. We can't wait to see you back in the ring again.
Appreciate it.